Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman. We are in Detroit, and I apologize for the rescheduling to make it a half hour later. I'm going to have to make these morning games a little later because I'm sleeping a little later than usual. And we appreciate your patience here with us at the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Today we have the first of a 4-game series, Minnesota Twins at the Detroit Tigers. It's 420 day. Kathy Harden, good morning to you, and I don't know if you heard, I apologize again for the rescheduling a half an hour later. I'm going to have to make these games scheduled a little later in the morning as I am awakening later than usual, so we'll make that adjustment. Today we have the first of a 4-game series, Minnesota Twins at the Detroit Tigers. The Twins come into this in first place, 13 games in first. Tigers are 17 and a half games behind the first place Orioles in the East. And by the way, the Orioles and the Twins have identical records now. Remember that the Twins were a game or two ahead of the pace of Baltimore. And now they're flat-footed. Let's look at our opening lineups. The pitchers are Bob Miller, right-hander for Minnesota, and Mike Kilkenny, a southpaw. Kilkenny largely a spot starter in this Detroit lineup, as is Bob Miller. Leading off for Minnesota, Cesar Tovar in center. Rod Carew bats second at second base. Harmon Killebrew bats third at first. The cleanup hitter is Tony Oliva. He's in right. Bob Allison in left. Cardenas at short. Rick Rennick at third. Batting eighth is the catcher, Tom Tashinsky. Roseboro is slightly injured. Bob Miller, the pitcher, batting ninth. For the Tigers, Mickey Stanley leading off in center. Tom Tresh at short. K-Line bats third and right. Stormin Norman Cash, the cleanup hitter, at first base. Willie Horton in left. Jim Price, the catcher. Freehand still injured. Tommy Matchik at second. Don Word at third. And Mike Kilkenny, the left-hander, for the Detroit Tigers. And in about 5 minutes, the Tigers will take the field. We are here at Tiger Stadium. We're in August 4, 1969 of this replay. And we've had just great games in August, no doubt about it. I'll be scheduling the next game right after this game. That will be one I'm looking forward to. Chicago Cubs at the Houston Astros. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll play it tonight. I'll see. We have the Cubs at the Astros. Then we have the Braves at the Expos. These are all new series. Atlanta Braves at the Expos. And then finally, this is not a new series. This is the fourth of a 4-game. The Dodgers at the Cardinals. That'll wrap up August 4. In real-world baseball, the Mets beat the Dodgers 5-3. Tampa Bay beat Cincinnati 8-0. Cleveland 3, Detroit 2. San Francisco 5, Miami 2. Cardinals crashed the Arizona 14-5. Texas 12, Kansas City 3. Phillies beat the White Sox 5-2. Pirates 14, Colorado 3. Some real big scoring games yesterday in real world. Chicago White Sox 12, A's 2. The Padres beat the Braves 1-0. Milwaukee 5, Seattle 3. Orioles beat Washington 4-0. And the Yankees, in a wild game, beat the Angels 3-2. Judge stole a home run in center field from Shohei Ohtani, and then he hit a home run, and that was all in the same frickin' inning. That was in the first inning. Judge basically worth two runs there. So that was quite a great game. I mean, this Judge is an amazing ball player. Back to the Strat-O-Matic 1969 replay. Nice crowd here at Detroit. Let's not forget, these Tigers are the returning world champions of baseball. But they're not quite the team they were last year. I think that's fair to say. We'll get going with this ball game very shortly. We got about 3 minutes till the tweet is up, and today is 4/20, April 20, 4/20. I'm going to be going to my dispensary, see what kind of deals I can get. What I have now has lasted me about 6 months. Really amazing. And I'm hoping to get something along those lines now. Whew, Lord. I'll be right back. And it's, let's check out that tweet. Make sure it's up. And make sure it's good. The tweet is up. And the tweet is good. And the Tigers take the field. Here's my Kilkenny left-hander. He was 8-6, both a starter and reliever. Spot starter. Well, he did have 15 starts. Kilkenny on the mound, warming. And we're ready to play. Cesar Tovar steps up to lead it off. Today is medication day for me. I gotta go pick up a prescription at the pharmacy and then go to my dispensary and get my the other stuff. That's a big day for me, to have to go out and do stuff like that. Okay, Tovar steps in, right-handed hitter. Kilkenny is ready. Here's the pitch to Tovar, and he grounds it to short. Tresh has it, throws it over to Cash, one away, and we are underway. I think you probably want Detroit, Kathy Harden. Here's Rod Carew, but I could be wrong. Carew, lefty here. He's a left-handed hitter. Yeah, Kathy likes... I think you may like the AL East. As much as you're for the Yankees, I think you may have a preference for the East. But I could be wrong. Here's the pitch from Kilkenny to Carew. That's 4-7, and he walked him. So Carew is on. He's a B, 1-10, and 1-11 with Price being held. Now Harmon Killebrew. Kilkenny from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Harmon. 6-8. Ooh, there's a hair. A stray hair. 6-8. And that's a base hit for Killebrew. Carew round second, goes to third. First and third Twins here in the top of the first. For Tony Oliva, infield is double play depth. Again, lefty-lefty. See how quickly you can get in trouble against these Twins. Here's Kilkenny now. And the pitch to Oliva. 4-5. Fly ball left. That will be deep enough for Carew to tag. Under it is Horton, Willie Horton for the catch. 2 outs, and Carew trots home. And it's a 1-0 game for the Twins now over Detroit. See how easy it is to score a run like that. So it's 2 outs, Killebrew on first, and Bob Allison is the batter. Run batted in for Oliva. Kilkenny, the pitch to Allison. 1-9. He struck him out. So the side is retired. There was 1 run on 1 hit, a walk, a sacrifice fly. Run batted in for Oliva, 1 left on. After a half, Minnesota 1, Detroit coming to bat. Well, we get a chance to look at Bob Miller. Also, we might say a spot starter for the Twins. Right-hander. Throws hard. Leading it off, Mickey Stanley. Here's Miller now. The pitch to Stanley. 4-6. And that is a grounder to third, stopped by Rennick. Throws it to Killebrew for the first out. Nice play by Rennick. 1 down. Now Tom Tresh, the shortstop, switch hitter, batting left against Miller. Here's the pitch to Tresh, 4-3. Struck him out. That's 2 down. And now Al Kaline. Miller winds. Here's the pitch. 6-7. It's a base hit for Kaline. A 2-out single. Here comes Storm and Norman now. Lefty righty here. 2 outs, K-line on first, bottom of the first, just underway here at Tiger Stadium. Here's Miller now. The pitch to Cash. That's 4-11, and that's hit deep by Cash. Way back, it's gone. 2-run home run, Norman. Off of Miller, and the Tigers take a 2-1 lead. That went out like a rocket ship. Let's look at that again. 4-11. Left-hander. 1-17, it's gone, and against righties, he's got the power. So it's 2-1 with a 2-run home run by Norman Cash, and that's the Cash we remember. For Stormin' Norman, that's home run number 22 on the year. Here comes Willie Horton now. Miller, the pitch to Horton. 2-12, lines it to third, caught by Rennick, and the side is retired. But 2 runs for the Tigers on 2 hits, the single by K-line, the home run by Cash, none left on. 2-1 Tigers after 1. Here comes Kilkenny now on the mound to face Leo Cardenas to lead it off top of the second. Okay, Cardenas, right-handed hitter against the lefty Kilkenny. Here's Kilkenny now, the wind-up. Pitch to Leo. 5-7. And that is a line drive to shortstop, caught by Trash. Nice catch by Trash to save a base hit. 1 down. Here's Rick Rennick. Here's Kilkenny now. The pitch to Rennick. 3-4. Grounds it to short. Trush again. Throws it over to Cash. 2 down. For Tom Tashinsky, who's been doing the catching lately. Mitterwald and Roseborough are hurt. 2 out, nobody on. Kilkenny, the pitch to Tashinsky. 1-9, and he struck him out. That's the second for Kilkenny. It retires the side. It was a 1-2-3. 2-1 Detroit in the middle of the second. Here's Bob Miller now for Minnesota. Price, Matic, and Wirt for the Tigers in the bottom of the second. Here's Miller now. Wind up, pitch to Price. 6-8. And it's a base hit to left. A leadoff single by Jim Price. Off Miller. And that brings up Tommy Matic. Miller on first, no outs. Bottom of the second. Tigers lead at 2-1. From the stretch, Miller. The pitch to Matic. 1-7. Fly ball center field. Tovar has it. 1 down. Price holds. Here's Don Wirt. Miller from the stretch, the pitch to Wirt. 4-7, struck him out. That's the second strikeout for Bob Miller today. And that'll bring up the pitcher, Mike Kilkenny. He is a 1 WR. It's 2 outs, Price on first. Definitely going to need to brew some new coffee for this ball game. Here's the pitch to Kilkenny. 2-11, grounds it to second. Carew has it over to Killebrew, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. After 2, it's 2-1 Detroit over Minnesota. This is the first of a 4-game series for the clubs. Big day today, yeah. I think I'll upload this game. I'll update this game, post the standings, post the next game on the Cub game tentatively. Is that okay if I do it tentatively for 6 p.m.? I think, let me look, as if all goes well, I think what I'll do, you know what I'll do? I'll make it tomorrow morning, and I'll go for 2 games tomorrow. Because it's a big day for me today. Let me do what I need, take care of my business, and we'll get to 2 games tomorrow. Top of the third, leading it off, Bob Miller. Bob is a 1 WR. Kilkenny now. The pitch to Miller. 6-6, struck him out. That's the third for Kilkenny. Granted, it's the pitcher. He's got a decent ratio, about 7 or so per 9 innings. It's 1 out, nobody on, back to the top of the order, Tovar. Grounded to short in the first. Here's Kilkenny now, the pitch to Tovar. 1-4, he walked him. So Tovar's on, he's a tying run. He's a AA stealing, that'll make him being held 1-16 with Price. It's very, very, very inviting, Kathy Harden, to give Tovar the green light with Carew at the plate. 1-16. I think we'll just let Carew hit, and if he gets out, maybe we'll send Tovar for second. Here's Kilkenny from the stretch now. 1 out, Tovar on first, and the pitch. 1-7, base hit by Tovar. Would have scored if he stole, but he goes to third for Killebrew. So the Twins at it again here in the top of the third. First and third with 1 out on a 1-7 single. And here comes the big man, Harmon Killebrew. Actually, he was not that tall. Okay. About 5'11" or something. The real big man was Frank Howard. He has so big that he has his own zip code. Kilkenny now from the stretch, first and third, 1 down. Here's the pitch to Killebrew. That's 5-8, and he struck him out. Oh, that's a big one. Getting Killebrew to go down on strikes with first and third, 1 out. But Tony Oliva, they just keep coming at you with hitters. Oliva, lefty, first and third, 2 outs, clutch situation. Kilkenny now, and the pitch to Oliva. That's 5-10, And that'll be a grounder to first, scooped up by Cash. He steps on the bag, and the side is retired. So tough break for Minnesota. They had first and third, one out, and didn't get anything for it. No runs, a walk, a hit, and both left. Middle of the third, still 2-1 Detroit. Indeed. Here comes the top of the order for Detroit. Mickey Stanley, Miller on the mound. Indeed. Indeed, Kathy Harden, indeed. Okay, Miller is ready. Here's the windup. Pitch to Stanley. Whoa, that's a re-roll. You see how that die is hanging? That we don't even look at what it would have been. Here's the pitch to Stanley. 6-9. There's a base hit up the middle for Mickey. Leadoff single. And Tom Tresh, the batter. Switch hitter batting left against Miller. From the stretch, Miller, and the pitch to Tresh. 4-8. And that's a drive hit out to center field. It's going to drop in. It's going to be extra bases. Double for Tresh. Stanley rounding third. 1-15. Center field 1-14. He holds with no outs. So the Tigers have second and third, nobody out. And here's Mr. Tiger, that's my nickname, Al Kaline, who singled and scored on Cash's home run at second and third. Infield in. Here's the pitch to Kaline. 3-9. And he infield in, that's a base hit. Oh, it goes through. Both runs score. Stanley comes home, Tresh comes home, and it's a 4-1 ball game, Tigers. The infield was in, and on a 3-9 with the plus sign, and infield in, as you Strat-O people know, that's a base hit to Asteroids. So it's Kaline on first, nobody out, and here comes Stormin' Norman. 2 runs in on Miller. There's action in the Twins bullpen early on. Karinowski was used last game, so he will not be available. Plenty of people available. I don't even need to get into it. Okay, here's Cash now with Kaline on first, still nobody out. Pitch from Miller, 6-7. And that is a ground ball to short for the force. It's Cardenas to second, but they don't have a play at first. So it's 1 out and Cash on first for Willie Horton. 4-1 Detroit. Bottom of the third, 1 out. Cash on first. Here's the pitch from Miller now. That's 3-4, and he pops it up to second for Carew, 2 outs. And Jim Price, 2 outs, Cash on first. Yeah, we'll make some coffee after this half inning. Here's the pitch from Miller. 5-6, grounds it to short. Cardenas over to Killebrew, and the side is retired. But there were 2 runs for Detroit on 3 hits and 1 left on. And after 3 innings, it's 4-1 Detroit over Minnesota. And Kilkenny will try to hold this lead as we move to the top of the 4th, but it's coffee making time. I sure do hope you understand that. So that's what we'll do. We'll schedule the Cubs in the morning. And our afternoon game, or evening, however you want to put it, I think 6 p.m. might be a good start to minimize interference with real world baseball. Our evening game will be Atlanta at Montreal. And just to let you know, Henry Aaron is playing. Rico Cardi is out again, so he's not playing. So let me make some of that coffee as we move to the top of the fourth. Slow it down. Slow it down, people. Not going to get there any faster. Whew. Okay, coffee brewing, top of the fourth. Kilkenny faces Bob Allison to start off. Then it'll be Cardenas and Rennick. Bob Allison, right-hander, against the southpaw. Mike Kilkenny. Here's Kilkenny now. The pitch to Allison. 4-11, fly ball center. And that's for Stanley, one away. Now Leo Cardenas. He lined to short. A beautiful catch was made by Tresh in the second. Here's Kilkenny now. The pitch to Leo. 3-6. And he struck him out. That's number 5 for Mike Kilkenny. And now Rick Rennick. Coffee brewing. Here's the pitch to Rick. 6-6, struck him out. So it's a 1-2-3 for Kilkenny. He gets his 5th and 6th strikeouts. In the middle of the fourth, it's a 4-1 ball game. Detroit, Harden's Tigers, leading 4-1 over these phenomenally good Minnesota Twins. Okay, Miller on the mound. He'll face Matic. Miller is allowed 2 runs in the first on the 2-run blast by Cash, and then he will allow 2 runs in the third when K-Line singled home Stanley and Tresh from second and third. Okay, Miller is ready. Here's the pitch to Matic to lead it off. 2-5, and that is a line drive to second. This time it's caught by Carew. A beautiful catch by Rodney for the first out. You got to admit that was a nice catch by Carew, even though you want Detroit, Kathy Harden. That was a 2-5 line out to Rodney. 1 down. Here's Don Wirt. Miller the wind-up, the pitch to Wirt. 2-6, fly ball left. Allison makes the catch, 2 outs. And here comes Kilkenny with 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 4th. He grounded to second in the 2nd. Here's the pitch from Miller. 6-4, grounds to 3rd X. That's for Rennick, he's a 4. Pow. That's a base hit, goes through, he can't get it. So Kilkenny with a single. That was a beautiful catch. Absolutely. It's Kilkenny on first, 2 down. Here's Stanley. And Miller, the pitch to Stanley. 2-7, fly ball center field. Tovar is there, and he makes the catch. The side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left for Detroit. After 4 complete, it's 4-1 Detroit. This is the kind of pitching. Kilkenny doing his job for the returning world champions. It will be Tuschinski, Miller, and Tovar due up, and it looks like Miller is going to hit. Here's Kilkenny now, the wind-up, the pitch to Tuschinski. 4-9, he walked him. Tuschinski is on. Here comes Miller now, he's a C bunter, the infield is back. Kilkenny from the stretch, the pitch to Miller. Right-handed hitter, 2-7, struck him out. Number 7 for Mike Kilkenny. He's piling them up, Kathy Harden. Here's Tovar now, 1 out. Tuschinski on first. From the stretch, Kilkenny, the pitch to Tovar. 3-11. And that's a grounder to first for the force. So that puts Tovar on first with 2 outs. He's a threat to steal. 1-16. Being held with Price, with Carew at the plate. Here's the pitch to Rodney. There goes Tovar! And he's safe. Tovar swipes second with 2 outs. So now Rodney Carew has a chance to knock the run home with a base hit. Tovar on second, 2 down, top of the 5th here. Kilkenny from the stretch. The pitch to Carew. 2-7, fly ball center field. This is going to end the inning. Stanley makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, no hits, a walk, 1 left. We're in the middle of the 5th. It's 4-1 Tigers. Tresh will lead it off here, bottom of the 5th. So we'll have 2 games, folks, for you tomorrow. Cubs in the morning, 9 a.m. start. And then at 6 p.m., maybe 5:30 is even better, we will have the second game, of which I forgot which it is. It'll all be posted after this ball game. Here's Tom Tresh, switch hitter, batting left against Miller now. 1 for 2, doubled and scored in the 3rd. Pitch to Tresh, 2-8, grounds it to second. There's Carew over to Killebrew for the first out. Now K-line, 2 for 2, 2 runs batted in, scored, 2 singles. Cash on deck. Miller into his windup, pitch to K-line. 1-4, grounds it to short. There's Cardenas, scoops it, and throws him out 2 away. So Miller has retired the first two Tigers here in the bottom of the fifth, and Stormin' Norman, 1 for 2, two-run home run, his 22nd of the year. That was in the first inning. Here's Miller now. The pitch to Cash. 5-7. Grounder to second X. That's for Carew. He's a 3. 17-3. And that's a re-roll. 5-3. He throws him out, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 for Miller. And after 5, it's still 4-1 Detroit over Minnesota. We're here at Tiger Stadium in Detroit. That coffee is almost ready. I'm going to get myself a cup. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Yeah, I'm gonna get a cup of that hot stuff. Maybe I'll try to do this game without a 5-minute break. It's not gonna kill me. My concentration can be largely undivided for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, but after that I usually need a break. That's the way it is for me with writing, with anything. But let's see if we can go ahead and move along. Harmon Killebrew. I got a fresh one here. A nice, hot, fresh one right over here. Harmon steps in. He's 1 for 2. He singled and struck out, leading it off, top of the 6th already. Game moving along. Fairly neat ball game. Okay, Kilkenny is ready now. Here's the pitch to Killebrew. 5-6. Grounds it to third. For Wirt, over to Cash, 1 down in the top of the 6th. Here's Tony Oliva. Knocked in the only run for Minnesota today. Sacrifice fly when Carew was on third with 1 out. They were first and third. Killebrew and on third and Killebrew on first. Kilkenny into his windup. Pitch to Oliva. 4-9. And he lines it to first for the second out. Cash with the catch. And now Bobby Allison. Here's Kilkenny, and the pitch to Allison. 4-9. Walked him. So Allison takes first with 2 outs. This is Kilkenny's endurance inning. Cardenas is the batter. Here's the pitch from Kilkenny. 2-9. And that is a double in the gap. Allison goes to third and holds. So it's second and third, 2 outs now. Kilkenny in a jam. Rennick in a clutch situation here with the Twins down by 3. Second and third, 2 down. Rennick, a right-handed hitter, going against Kilkenny, the southpaw. Here's Kilkenny, the pitch to Rennick. 2-9. Struck him out. That's number 8 for Kilkenny, and he gets a big hand as the side is retired. That's some good pitching there. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th, the Twins strand 2, and it's still 4-1 ball game. Okay, Miller now. This might be Miller's last inning. with the Twins, maybe not, with the Twins down by 3. Horton will lead it off. Miller is due up next inning after Tuschinski. Miller. Yeah. The pitch to Willie Horton. 2-8, and he walked him. Miller's endurance inning is the 7th inning. Here's Jim Price. Price 1 for 2 today. It's Horton on first, short lead, no outs. From the stretch, Miller. The pitch to Price, 1-3, struck him out. That's number 3 for Miller. 1 down, and here's Strat-O-Matic. Miller, the pitch. 3-9. Fly ball left. Under it is Allison for the second out. And Don Work 0 for 2 with Horton on first and 2 down. Here's Miller now. And the pitch to Work. 4-11. Base hit up the middle. Horton goes to second. He'll probably hold. 1-12, 1-14, 1-13. He will hold. First and second, 2 out for Mike Kilkenny. He singled in the 4th. So it's first and second for the Tigers. 2 down, bottom of the 6th. They lead by 3. Here's the pitch from Miller. 6-5. Fly ball right field. This should end the inning. Oliva makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, both left. And after 6, it's still 4-1. There is action in the Tigers, in the Twins bullpen. Al Worthington is warming. He's a right-hander. Leading it off is Tom Tuschinski. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Kilkenny is coasting here after allowing a run in the first. It's been all zeros for Minnesota. Here's Kilkenny now. The wind-up and the pitch to Tuschinski. 6-7. Grounds it to second. That's for Matic. He's a 3. 7-3. And he makes the play 1 down. There will be a hitter here for Bob Miller, so that's it for Miller. He pitched 6 innings. He's the loser of record. He allowed 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. He walked 1, struck out 3, and allowed 4 runs. And the new pitcher will be Al Worthington, as I said. He's a right-hander. And there'll be a pinch hitter for Miller, of course, with 1 out, nobody on. Let's see who's coming in to hit. My Lord, God almighty. It will be Rich Reese. He's a left-handed hitter. They just don't have anything better in terms of right-handers to go against the southpaw, and Reese is capable against left-handers, so he's coming in. 1 out, nobody on. Kilkenny now. Here's the wind-up and the pitch to Reese. 5-4, grounds it to third. That's for Wirt. He's a 3. 12-3, throws him out. 2 outs. And Tovar comes up. Cesar, 0 for 2, a walk, reached on a force and stole second, left on both times. Kilkenny winds, and the pitch to Tovar. 4-6, walked him. One more hitter walk, and Kilkenny has reached fatigue. Rod Carew stepping up. There's action in the Tiger bullpen. Tom Timmerman, a right-hander, is warming up. Tom Timmerman. If needed. Rodney steps in, left-handed hitter. Tovar on first. 1-16 to Steele, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to Tovar. To Carew. There goes Tovar. And he's safe for his second steal of the ball game. So now Tovar in scoring position with 2 outs. For if anyone has a high likelihood of getting a base hit, it's Carew. Here's Kilkenny. The pitch to Rodney. Whoa, 1-7. And it's a base hit. Tovar comes home. And that's it for Kilkenny. He's reached fatigue. Carew with a 2-out single, bringing home Tovar. It's a 4-2 ball game. And Kilkenny will be relieved. Tom Timmerman will come in now. Timmerman taking his warm-ups. He's eligible for the save if he finishes. Kilkenny pitched 6 2/3. Just ran out of steam there. Here in the 7th, he allowed 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. He walked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Struck out 8, and he's allowed 2 runs thus far, responsible for Rodney on first with 2 outs. Timmerman is ready. And here comes Harmon. 1 for 3 now. It's a 4-2 ball game. Top of the 7th. Timmerman, the second pitcher, trying to get the Tigers out of this. Rodney, 1-11 stealing, being held. Here's the pitch to Rodney. 3-11. Fly ball left. This should end the inning. Horton is under it, and the side is retired. But there was 1 run for the Twins on a walk, a base hit, stolen base, and Carew knocked home Tovar. And in the middle of the 7th inning stretch now, and it's a 4-2 ball game. Kilkenny ends up allowing 2 runs, 2 earned runs. And there's a new pitcher for the Twins. It's Al Worthington. He's a right-hander. It'll be the top of this Tigers order. And you know what? I think I will take a break after all. This is a nice time to take a break. Got a big day ahead of me, folks. Hopefully I won't walk into the wrong driveway or ring the wrong doorbell and get myself shot in the head. You know, it's tough out there. And that's a nervous laugh, folks. It's tough out there, Kathy Harden. I posted a thread this morning. I rescheduled from 8:30 to 9, but I had a little time after I did that. I posted a thread of 4 tweets, actually. This girl was fatally shot. Caitlin Gillis, so pretty. Not that that matters. Ugly people, is when they get shot, that's a tragedy also. Uh, but what a shame. Anyway, it's a nervous laugh, people. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. My name is Jeffrey Guterman. We got 2 games set for tomorrow. Looking forward to those. We'll have those posted by the end of this game, within a half hour of the end of this ball game. We appreciate your spending time with us. It's a very generous thing to do, is to spend time. Spend some of your time, your finite time, because once you lose it, it's gone. Okay? And for recreational purposes, for you to hang out here really is a privilege for me. So it's the 7th inning stretch. I'm going to go clean out my molecules and my blowhole. And when we come back, Al Worthington will be the new pitcher facing the top of the order. This game is far from over. In the middle of the 7th, Tigers 4, Twins 2. I'll be back in 5. I'll be back in 3 to 5 minutes, folks, with the conclusion, hopefully, of this ball game. 4-2 Detroit over Minnesota, August 4, 1969. Whew. Well, the hometown Tigers are coming up in the bottom of the 7th with a 4-2 lead. Kilkenny, the winner of record, they got some good innings out of him. Timmerman came in when he was pulled with 2 outs in the 7th after allowing his second run. And there's a new pitcher for the Twins, Al Worthington. It's going to be top of this Tiger order, Mickey Stanley leading it off. Okay, Worthington, a right-hander. Here's the pitch to Stanley. That's 4-6, and he struck him out. Now Tom Tresh, switch hitter, batting left against Worthington. Worthington winds, and the pitch to Tresh. 5-6, fly ball center. Tovar makes the catch, 2 down. And Al K-Line. K-Line 2 for 3 today. Here's Worthington, the pitch to K-Line. 3-6, and it's a base hit up the middle. K-Line 3 for 4 today with 3 singles. And 2 runs batted in. K-Line on first, 2 outs. And here's Stormin' Norman, hit the 2-run home run in the first, 1 for 3. K-Line short lead on first, off first, 2 down. And the pitch to Cash. 3-10, grounds it to first. That's scooped up by Killebrew. Tosses to Worthington, covering the bag. Side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We're moving to the top of the 8th. Now we get a chance to look again at Tom Timmerman, going for the save here. Top of the 8th. Tony Oliva leads it off. He knocked in the Twins' first run with a sacrifice fly, bringing home Carew. Oliva 0 for 2. Okay, Timmerman, the windup, and the pitch to Oliva. That's 4-6. And that is a ground ball to short, stopped by Tresh. Nice stop, and he throws it to Cash for the first out. Nice play by Tom Tresh. His second very nice play. If you remember, he made a beautiful catch of Leo Cardenas's line drive in the second. So it's 1 out. And Bob Allison, the batter. Timmerman gets the sign from Price. He's set, and the pitch to Allison. That's 6-9. And he grounds it to short. Tresh again. He's a 3. 6-3. Throws him out. 2 down. 2 ground balls to Tresh at short. 2 outs. And Leo Cardenas, 1 for 3 today. Timmerman has retired the first 3 Twins he's faced in relief. Okay, Timmerman in the pitch to Cardenas. 6-7, struck him out, and the side is retired. Middle of the 8th, it's 4-2 Tigers. So combined, Kilkenny and Timmerman holding these first place Twins very nicely. We move to the bottom of the 8th. Worthington will face Horton, Price, and Matic. If you're looking ahead to the 9th, it will be Rennick, Tuschinski, and Miller. Not Miller, I'm sorry. Worthington scheduled. I imagine there'll be at least a pinch hitter for Al Worthington. Okay, Worthington facing Horton, bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch. That's a 6-11. Grounder to short, 1 down. Now Jim Price. (3-9) Grounds it back to Worthington, tosses to Killebrew, 2 away. And Tommy Matic. Here's Worthington now. And the pitch. 2-9. A base hit by Tommy Matic. A 2-out single. That'll bring up Don Work, 1 for 3. Twins trail by 2, bottom of the 8th, Tigers batting. Here's the pitch to Wirt. 1-10. Grounder to first. Killebrew has it, and he'll step on the bag, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We're going to the top of the 9th. This is it for Minnesota. Tom Timmerman has faced 4 Minnesota Twins, retired them all, and he'll face the bottom third of this order to save the ball game for Kilkenny and the Tigers. Okay, Rick Rennick will lead it off. Rick is 0 for 3, struck out twice, both by Kilkenny. Here's Timmerman now. And the pitch to Rennick. 5-6. Fly ball left. Horton makes the catch. That's 1 down. And that's 5 in a row for Timmerman in relief. Tuschinski will hit. Here's Timmerman now. The pitch to Tuschinski. 4-6. And that is a base hit for Tuschinski. Mitterwald is not well. Neither are Roseboro, so they're going to let Tuschinski run here, even though he's a 1-9. There will be a hitter for Worthington. Worthington pitched 2 in relief. Allowed 2 hits. 1 strikeout. No runs. Coming in to hit will be Ted Eulander. He's been suffering from a groin injury, and that's why he's probably not in this lineup, but he's well enough to hit here. He is the tying run at the plate. We've been through this before, Kathy Harden. Lord. It's Tuschinski on first. And there is going to be a runner for Tuschinski after all. Look at that. Mitterwald is suiting up. He's not well, though. Charlie Manuel is running a 1-13. Charlie Manuel. So Mitterwald will come in if needed. Okay, Manuel on first, 1 out. Eulander at the plate, left-handed hitter against the righty Timmerman. Timmerman from the stretch. Three, 6, base hit. Eulander. Manuel goes to third. One more hitter walk. Timmerman is fatigued. So it's Manuel on third, Eulander on first. Action in the Tiger bullpen. They hope it's not needed, Kathy Harden. It's Fred Lasher. Fred Lasher warming up. He's a right-hander. Lasher warming. Timmerman 1 hit or walk away from fatigue. First and third, the tying runs on base, and Cesar Tovar with 1 out. How do you like this? I've seen this movie before. Okay, infield is back, double play depth. Timmerman from the stretch. The pitch to Tovar. 5-4, grounder to third. This could be 2. Word is a 3. 19-3. It's a 2-base error by Don Wirt. Oh my. Tuschinski scores. Eulander goes to third. Not Tuschinski, I'm sorry, Manuel. First error of the ball game by third baseman Don Wirt. Let's look at that again. 5-4, grounder to third X. Wirt a 3. 19-3. And it's a 2-base error. 19-3, 2-base error. Lord. So it's a 4-3 ball game now. That will most likely be unearned. Mr. Perota, I don't see. In any case, here's Carew now. They'll keep Timmerman in. Second and third, 1 out. And the infield is in. Part of me wants to walk Carew for the double play, but not with Harmon coming up. So the infield is in. Timmerman trying to get out of this. Here's the pitch to Carew. 4-5, and that is a double down the line. 2 runs score, and the Twins take a 5-4 lead. A big double by Rodney. My Lord, 4-5. Double down the line. So 3 runs in, that's it for Timmerman. He's the loser of record now, with Harmon Killebrew coming up. The new pitcher is Fred Lasher. Fred Lasher. Timmerman pitched 1 2/3 innings. He allowed 3 hits, struck out 1. We're going to call that, without Mr. Perota, we'll call that 1 unearned run. Lasher now is a right-hander. Killebrew coming up What a tough break for Detroit. Harmon Killebrew is the batter. Yes, it's a big wow. Killebrew 1 for 4. 3 runs for the Twins in the top of the 9th to take the lead 5-4. Okay, Lasher is ready. It's Carew on second, still only 1 out. Here's the pitch to Harmon. Oh, here's Mr. Perota. Okay, we'll check that out, Mr. Perota. Swung on and belted by Harmon. 2-run home run, Harmon Killebrew. Off Lasher. First pitch. Oh, my, oh, my. Harmon Killebrew hit a Fred Lasher changeup out of here. My Lord. We'll get to Mr. Perota's scoring decision in just a moment. For Killebrew, that's number 28 of the year. And he will pass Carl Yastrzemski, who has 27, to be in Killebrew now in 5th place in home runs. Slightly underperforming. He had 49 in real world. Howard has 39. Harmon Killebrew with his 28th home run of the season. Somewhat underperforming. But he didn't underperform on that one. He took a Fred Lasher changeup and lashed it out of here. Only Tovar is unearned, per Mr. Perota. Obviously, Tovar is unearned. We've learned that. So everything else is earned. We're going to close out Timmerman. Thank you, Mr. Perota. 6 2/3. Timmerman allowed 2 earned runs, therefore. And we think we have that. Mr. Perota, thank you so much. Really, we really appreciate your help. We never know if you're there. You weren't there last ball game, but we sure do appreciate you being here today. So it's a 7-4 ball game now. And Tony Oliva comes up. 5 big runs here, one of them unearned, Tovar. Here in the top of the 9th. 5 big runs. It's 7-4 Twins. Tough break here for the Tigers. Lasher now. 1 out, nobody on. He'll face Oliva. Here's the pitch. 4-8, and that's a grounder to second for the second out. Here's Bobby Allison. If you're looking ahead to the Tigers' bottom of the 9th, who knew? It'll be a pinch hitter for Lasher, and then the top of the order. Bobby Allison, 2 outs, nobody on. And the pitch from Lasher. 3-5. Struck him out. So that will retire the side after 5 runs come across. One of them unearned, Tovar. And we're headed to the bottom of the 9th. It's a 7-4 ball game. And there's a new pitcher in town. Worthington is the winner of record. The loser is Timmerman. Coming in will be, and it's back-to-back games, but he can pitch a second day in a row, no doubt about it, if he didn't pitch on the second. Peronowski. I was going to go take a look if Peronowski pitched on the 3rd, if you don't mind. We're looking at Peronowski as a candidate. And Harden calling for the Tigers. I'm checking, folks. No, he did not. Oh, wait a minute. That was for Detroit. Hold on. No, he did not. So Perinoski is coming in. Perinoski came in, pitched 2 1/3 in yesterday's game in a 4-1 loss to Baltimore. Cott got the loss, but he's coming in here to close it out. And he's eligible for the save, we would say, if he completes this ball game. Perinoski taking his warm-ups. A left-handed hitter. It'll be a pinch hitter first for Lasher. 6, 7, 8 and a third. Lasher pitched 2/3. One, two, three. This is actually 3 runs. 1, 2, 3. Where did I miss up here? We have 1, 2. Not that it really matters. Kilkenny allowed 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't understand where I'm going wrong here. 5, 6, 7. I'm trying to figure this out. Is 1, 2 for Kilkenny. Okay, that's 2 for Kilkenny. And then he allowed 2. It doesn't matter. Mr. Perota, if you pick it up, you can figure it out, but it doesn't matter. Okay, Perinoski now has finished his warm-ups. There'll be a hitter here for Lasher. Mr. Perota will help us out. Ike Brown, Cesar Gutierrez is the choice. I can't figure it out, Mr. Perota. I just can't. Kilkenny 2. Thank you. I don't know why I missed that, you know? Timmerman allowed 4. Okay. And 1 unearned. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. But you see, 1 is unearned. 3 earned. Okay, sir. Thank you. I don't know what's wrong with my brain tonight. Here's Cesar Gutierrez to pinch hit for Lasher. Perinoski going for the save here. Cesar Gutierrez. The Tigers down by 3. Thank you, Mr. Perota. It's so much appreciated. I'm going to get some coffee for this. I'm way too excited. Kathy Horton, I'm sorry, your Tigers got slammed in the top of the ninth. Okay, Perinoski is ready. Gutierrez is ready. I'm ready. Kathy Harden is ready. Mr. Perota is ready. Here's Perinoski now. The pitch to Gutierrez. 4-6. Base hit. Cesar Gutierrez. Right off Perinoski. It's a 4-6 base hit right up the middle. So Gutierrez with speed on first. Tigers down by 3. Here's Mickey Stanley. Perinoski now from the stretch, and the pitch to Stanley. 2-5. Fly ball left. Under it is Allison, 1 away. Gutierrez holds. For Tom Tresh, 1 for 4 today, doubled and scored. Perinoski from the stretch now, infield back for the double play. Here's the pitch to Tresh. 5-7, right-hander, grounder to short. That's Cardenas. Over to Carew, to Killebrew, and the ball game is over. A 6-4-3 double play. The game is over. Tough loss for the Tigers. Final score, Minnesota Twins 7, Detroit Tigers 4. That was a tough game for the Perinoski pitches 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs. The winner is Worthington. We'll wait for Mr. Perota's official. And Perinoski with the save. The loss goes to Timmerman. The final line in this ball game, Twins 7 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Tigers 4 runs, 11 hits, out hitting the Twins, and 1 error. We'll wait for the star of the game from Mr. Perota. It's a tough one. Carew with 3 runs batted in, Killebrew with 2 with his home run and a base hit in the first. Worthington got the win. Perinoski the save. Real tough one. Rodney Carew is the star of the game. I might even tweet that to him. Rodney Carew, star of the game, 3 for 4. Oh, and it's nice that Mr. Perota can discern this. 3 for 4. He walked and scored. Singled home a run. If you remember, Tovar stole second, and then the double. So that's it. I'm going to tweet Rodney later today. If it's okay with all of you, I'm going to post this game later. I've got some things I need to take care of. I'm also going to post tomorrow's games later. Okay, that will be my follow-up work. I'm not going to be posting anything right now. Mr. Perota, as always, we appreciate your expertise, and I'm not saying that as a joke or anything like that, really. And you're able to discern some great stuff like Rodney. So Worthington with the save and Perinoski with the win. Perinoski with the save. Twins now 13.5 in first. Detroit falls behind Baltimore by 18 games. Just to let you know, tomorrow there'll be 2 games scheduled. We'll have a 9 a.m. game, which will hopefully address my waking up a little later. Cubs at the Astros, and it's going to be Ferguson. And he's on Twitter. I like to kid him when I'm playing with him. And Tom Griffin for the Astros. Jenkins versus Griffin. And real world, if you're interested, the Cubs won at 9-3. Jenkins went all the way. Our evening game, and I think it'll be 4:30. It will be at 5:30. It'll be Atlanta at Montreal. George Stone, the left-hander, I assume, for the first place Braves versus Robertson. Thank you, Kathy. You have an awesome day. The Cubs will be playing, and the Cubs are 5 games behind. So that's tightening up. And the Braves only have a 1.5 game lead over the Giants. So we're in store for some National League Baseball tomorrow. Stay strong, everybody. I appreciate it, Kathy Harden, Mr. Peroto. We always appreciate your just hanging out with us, let alone you providing your incredible scoring. Stay strong, everybody. I have to go out and run a couple errands today. Hopefully I won't make a wrong turn and get shot in the head. Pray for me, please.